Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Stash Report from the Stash Project. Today is June 1st, 2020, and yes, we are entering a whole new month of shenanigans. Nothing really going on in this video. We have a couple of kit releases from the sort of last part of May from Japan to discuss. It's literally 3 reissues. Not a lot to talk about with them, as there are reissues of reissues. You get the idea. One thing I do want to mention is for anybody who was waiting on the 2017, 2018 Ford Mustang GT4, the new Tamiya kit. You're waiting for the review of that I was going to do. That has been posted to the other channel. Link in the description down below. There are no real new kit announcements. We do have a lot of stuff coming in terms of especially domestic kits from round 2 this month in June in general. They are unloading quite a bit of backlog from what would have been kits that would have been done earlier this year if COVID hadn't wrecked the manufacturing and then shipping parts of having your manufacturing in another country. So those we'll cover those in the actual June compilation video. And yeah, it's a reasonably busy month as well because in Japan you're starting to get the beginnings of the kits that would have been shown at Shizuoka had there been an actual Shizuoka hobby show, but we'll start getting those new tool Hasegawa things and whatnot as well. So again, tune in for that, and it'll be out in a day or two once I get it uploaded and edited. I had recorded it once, and then I realized that it was in the wrong format. It was in a tiny square, which is not the way this obviously displays. If you put it in a square and you put it on either tilt your phone sideways to watch it, or you put it into full screen on your computer, it's going to have a giant black background all around my head, and that's not how I normally record these videos. If you haven't figured that out in the last 6 years. So that being said, I always enjoy re-recording my work. Let's talk about what we have this week. And again, it is just a few things from Japan. And starting over at Hasegawa, you have a reissue of this, which is their Mitsubishi Galant VR4 civilian streetcar, however you want to look at it. Not a lot to discuss here, other than the fact this is obviously the streetcar version of the rally cars. This kit does have left-hand drive only included in it, which is kind of funny because there are a couple of right-hand drive rally cars. Why they never could just bother to tool up a civilian right-hand drive dashboard for this, because obviously we got this car out in the United States amongst other places that steer from the left side of the car, but it is what it is. I suppose you could try to convert one of the rally dashes into a civilian dash. The rally dash is a little more gutted out than the civilian dash, but at any rate, that's back out there. I think maybe this was never offered as a left-hand drive car because of specific trim level and model year and things like that weren't available overseas. But at any rate, that's back out there for anyone who's interested in the streetcar. And then over at Aoshima, a couple of Liberty Walk kits. First up, you have the Ken and Mary Works Skyline, the 2014 version. I really like this car in 1-to-1 real life. It's got kind of an interesting backstory behind it, and it's just a cool car. I'm not very much into the whole Liberty Walk thing in general, especially with the vintage cars. The whole Laurel headlights on a tilt thing, it doesn't do anything for me personally. I respect the work and everything goes into it. I just don't particularly care for that style of car. This car, for whatever reason, it punches all the right buttons within my mind, and I like it. It's just that it is the nature of Aoshima doing these Liberty Walk kits of old 1980s vintage cars. For car kits, I mean, not cars. Always it's a 70s GTR or 70s, well, not necessarily GTR, but it's a 70s Skyline. Is the fact that they are 1980s car kits, so you're talking about motorized. You're talking about very basic chassis, which really isn't a problem on this kind of car. The very basic interior that they did not match to the real car. I know, my model or a kit assembler and all that nonsense, but it would be nice if the basis point of the interior was anything even resemblingly close to what the 1-to-1 Ken and Mary car is, rather than just being a reissue of what is much to a factory stock interior. This thing has been gutted out. It's got aluminum paneling all over the place. Very cool car. Just the kit doesn't quite match it, at least on the inside. The outside does look very much like the real thing. And I know Japanese kits being curbside and things like that, matching the outside is more important necessarily than matching the inside. But at the same time, that car is almost a hatchback, and there's a lot of glass, and you're going to see into what is not a correct interior. It is what it is. Over here at Liberty Walk, we also have the Hakasuka Works Skyline, which of course is a 60s two-door, and this is not a bad look also, but it does have that weird tilted headlight thing that they like to do. Again, just a straight reissue. Again, an origin of a 1980s kit that has had some pieces and parts added to make it look like something else. So that, guys, wraps up this video. I would say I hope you enjoyed it, but there really wasn't too terribly much there to enjoy in the first place. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. And, I'm in a long sleeve shirt here because I ran my furnace last night because on June 1st it was 38 degrees outside. I'm not going to complain. The forecast is for this summer to be hotter than normal, which probably means 90s here because 80s is our normal. So, me and my wallet and our electric bill are not looking forward to that. We have people coming out Wednesday to deal with our air conditioner, which is something else my wallet doesn't want to deal with right now. But I will take the chilly night, another chilly night tonight too. Obviously, why I'm wearing this is like head off to work. So, anyway, babbling now. We'll let go with that, and we'll see you guys on the other side.